Wrecking Ball is one big spherical distraction. His incredible speed allows him to roll around the map and set up for an attack, and this draws attention onto Ball, forcing out resources, which allows his teammates to take less heat. By default, you can switch between Ball form and Crab form. Ball form makes Hammond twice as fast than any normal hero, with the bonus of giving him third-person perspective. Crab form simply allows Hammond to shoot his guns, and this weapon is particularly used for duel scenarios or dealing poke damage to farm up your ultimate. Otherwise, most of Ball's value comes from his abilities. The Grappling Claw can be attached to anything that isn't considered ground or a root. When it's attached, and while moving in one direction for some time, you can achieve Fireball. It's the fastest method of travel in the game and has a knockback effect that is essential to his disruption-based playstyle. Piledriver is the most powerful of these abilities because it deals massive AoE damage while knocking up enemies in the air, setting up for the alley-oop. You always want your teammates to follow up on your slam, so be mindful of where they're at by looking for player outlines so you don't engage too early. Also, remember it can be activated above jumping height, but you can trick the system by first rolling off the ledge, then 180 slamming back on the high ground. And Adaptive Shields is what allows Ball to use his face to absorb enemy damage and abilities and live to tell the tale. You gain 100 over health with its use and an additional 100 over health for each enemy player in your radius. So, while going for a roll through or just before you hard engage, you want to pop your shield so you get the most out of it. And if you notice you have excess shields, you can go for round 2 since there's a 9-second duration. The Minefield is a zoning ultimate. It spawns a field of mines that individually deal 130 damage. It may not seem like much, but you can suck enemies into the middle of it with the Piledriver Minefield combo. Now, the best bet for max value is to place it all over the objective, to stall for time, or to make it an unfriendly pathway to deny enemies from contesting. Wrecking Ball's major weakness is he is an all offense and no defense hero. This can be a problem when attempting to lead his team through a choke point because most of the time he's on the flank and not with his team. Not to mention he has one of the highest skill floors, meaning he's really hard to play if you don't know when to engage and what to engage. In short, Ball has 3 steps to follow: setup, scout, and hit. You first want to set up by finding a way to get behind the enemy team or somewhere they don't expect. The second step is to scout where the enemy team is positioning and potentially communicating with your team who you want to target. The third step is hit. For this, you will use most, if not all, of your abilities and engage onto a target. The number one thing to remember as Wrecking Ball is to preserve your life. So after each hit, run to cover, and if you need to, grab some mega health packs. They'll probably heal you more than your own supports. The goal as Wrecking Ball is to disrupt the enemy snipers or supports. As long as you play your life, your boops and slams are going to make the enemy snipers miss their shots, the supports won't be able to heal, the enemy tank dies, and they uninstall, in that order.